It's a new day in Houston's 308th District Court. There's a new judge, Gloria Lopez, and we can actually show you video of her on the bench. It's the first time in over a year we've been allowed to take pictures through the window of this public courtroom. Isn't transparency a wonderful thing? The court also has issued new policies and procedures. The court is fully committed to running an impartial court, it says, and has adopted a no-gift policy. Wonder what they did before.
I'm James Lombardino. I'm honored to be the judge of your 308th Family District Court.
The former judge was James Lombardino. He didn't like us much.
Absolutely no photographs, video, or auditory recordings without judge's prior approval. Please disengage all electronic items. Is that because of us?
Judge Lopez will be spending some of her time, I bet, having to clean up the ethical mess left behind in this courtroom. And one of the cases that best illustrate what's gone wrong here involves this guy, Jim Edgeworth, who filed for divorce a year ago. His wife, Donna, well, she hired Houston attorney Joe Indelicato. He's obviously a big fan of ours, too.
Get out my face, would you?
Jim Edgeworth didn't know then what he knows now, that Joe Indelicato and Judge Lombardino, well, they had a connection, and not just a financial one. Indelicato had been a lawyer for the judge's son in his own divorce case. You know how David Lombardino found Indelicato? His daddy. He admitted it under oath.
Did you refer your son to Joe Indelicato?
I suggested some attorneys, and that was one of them, and I think we had lunch, and Joe was available, and he went to see Joe.
We don't know if David Lombardino ever had to pay Indelicato's bill, but we do know Judge Lombardino just forgot to mention it all when the Edgeworth divorce started. Just months after Indelicato filed his first court documents for Donna Edgeworth, he went before Judge Lombardino, already wanting Jim Edgeworth to pay his legal fees. On July 24th, $50,000. 7 days later, Jim Edgeworth served Indelicato with a subpoena. He wanted to see proof how Indelicato was spending that much money. Indelicato, he said no. And 7 days later, Indelicato suddenly wanted $150,000 in legal fees. A few weeks later, Judge Lombardino granted Indelicato a good chunk of that money, $70,000. You know what's really messed up? When Joe Indelicato was fighting to keep his legal bills secret from the guy who was paying for them, he was actually wasting more of Jim Edgeworth's money on more legal bills. And Edgeworth is the guy who filed for the divorce. It's now January 2019, and Jim Edgeworth has no clue how this divorce lawyer is spending his money. That's not right. Show him the money.
Show me the money!
The only bills Indelicato has ever turned over are for a 3-month period from April 16th to July 12th, 2018, less than 3 months. And the bills total less than $14,000. Judge Lopez, well, she can fix all that, and all judges should. Every day, Houston family judges order someone in a divorce or custody case to pay for the other side's lawyers, pay for the lawyers representing the kids, pay for experts. It's kind of a cottage industry that's formed around family drama.
You think this has become a racket?
I don't think, I know it's a racket. 100%.
Real estate developer Avi Ron was the first to hire Dolcefino Consulting to help expose the injustice in family courts. One of the problems, the failure of judges to make lawyers more accountable for explaining how they spent the money people were ordered to pay them.
Most of the money went to the lawyers, didn't go to either one of us.
After the gavel dropped in the Texas Senate, Governor Greg Abbott delivered a bipartisan battle cry.
We are going to solve school finance reform and property tax reform in Texas this session.
Texas lawmakers should also tackle family injustice, and one place to start is the money. Or should I say, show me the money.
Show me the money!
When a judge orders you to pay money to a lawyer or an expert, you should have a right to see how your money was being spent. Every 3 months sounds fair.
Miss Seeley, I'm Wayne Dolcefino. I'd like to talk to you about your case.
I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to media.
Why not?
I don't want to make things worse.
In Fort Bend County, Jacqueline Seeley was even ordered to help pay for a family bridges program that has literally hidden her children from her for months. Doesn't she have a right to know exactly how her money is being spent? Jim Edwards shouldn't have to spend any more of his money on his lawyers fighting to see the legal bills he's paying for.
Get out of my face, would you?
Sorry, Joe, not likely to happen.